Transylvania Stud. What up?
What's going on?
Been a little while, not too long. I think we did shitting, fucking, or playing 8 months ago or so.
Maybe my new favorite game,
Yeah.
right next to Monopoly or one of those other things.
Well, I got a different game for you today. I don't have a good name for it yet. It's just called Name That Band. I asked AI to generate some images based on just band name alone to see what they came up with, and you're gonna
Okay.
guess. You're gonna guess what they are.
All right.
All right, first one. Who is that?
Bongzilla.
Longzilla. That's right.
Ah. Goat snake.
Goat snake. Nice.
Ooh, truck fighters.
Truck fighters.
The sword.
Yeah. Maybe a tricky one.
Ooh. I don't want to. No. I don't know, dude. I don't want to guess that one wrong. I'm going to say something insensitive. I know
it. This is Queens of Stone Age.
Queens of the Stone Age. Yeah, see, so that doesn't say. I mean, yeah, now that you say it, that makes sense.
Now I kind of want to know what you were thinking, though.
Nope. No, we don't.
All right, what's this one?
Rainbow in the Dark?
No, not quite. Close.
Oh, wait, that's a song. I'm so dumb. I don't know.
Black Rainbows.
Black Rainbows. Okay, see, you can tell that my knowledge starts slipping. The obvious ones are easy, but
yeah,
this sounds like a deep cut.
A little bit. They're great, though. If you haven't checked them out, I think you might like them. They're cool.
I've probably heard them. I just didn't know who they were.
Yeah.
Electric Wizard.
That's right.
Sick.
Could be tricky. This one could be tricky.
Looks like a cousin of mine. Planet of the Apes? I don't know. I just assume that's also a band name.
Might be. This one's called Sasquatch.
Oh, dude, I know who Sasquatch is.
Yeah.
My daughter is obsessed with Sasquatch.
Really?
Yes. So I play her Sasquatch music all the time. I'm
How
like,
old is your daughter?
She's 9.
That's awesome. My daughter's 8. Dude. She definitely does not like Sasquatch. I know that.
Dude, I took her to the Sasquatch Museum. Like, she loves it. Like, the whole idea. And it's all because of that game, Sneaky Sasquatch.
I don't know that one, but that sounds awesome.
It's like one of those Apple arcade games. It's made for little kids, but it's like, that's what made her obsessed with it. So, oh, dang. That's so, yeah. Duh, Sasquatch.
Awesome.
Orange Goblin?
That's right.
Sick.
One or two more. Let's see. Oh, the last one. Here's the last one.
Man, I don't know.
Soundgarden.
Oh, it's like my favorite band.
Yeah, I actually tried to get an Alice in Chains one in there, and AI's it's tricky sometimes. They don't want to make images of real humans, and they don't want to put them in chains, and they don't want to do all So it was tricky. That's what we got. So I went with Soundgarden instead. Soundgarden worked.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed Soundgarden from that photo.
Yeah.
AI still needs some work.
It does sometimes, yeah. So you actually did pretty good. Tell me about Empress. I'm super stoked for this to come out. Halloween, right?
Yeah, Labor of Love. So this Thursday, as you hear this, hopefully you'll either hear this. When are people going to hear this?
I think maybe a few days after Halloween.
Okay, so if you're listening to this, it's out. Empress is out, and it came out on Halloween.
Yep.
It was a labor of love because I got I was talking to somebody about this the other day because they asked me what was the inspiration for the music, and a lot of it was just letting go of kind of the world I thought, things that I thought were important and things that I thought mattered. Just letting go of those things and focusing on stuff that's more important. And dude, it was a slog because I had as soon as White Witch came out, 2020 happened. Mm-hmm. So I didn't get to tour on it. I didn't get to play any shows. I've never played those shows live. So 4 years in between records because that came out in 2019. So technically it'll be 5 years.
Right.
So 5 years in between a record when you're a nobody kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully it holds up and it's as good, if not better, than White Witch.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think so. Everything I've heard so far, I'm loving. You have a lot of guest spots on this one. Has that been the norm? I know White Witch was kind of a one man thing, but I'm sure you had some help on there in different ways.
Yeah. So like, the By Gods did a song with me on White. They did Unconditional Numb.
Okay,
And my buddy Andy Heron, he plays drums for Cabo, and now he's the drummer for Chin Blossoms.
nice.
Uh, and he played drums on two of the tunes. He played drums on Threefold and Long Way Down. Um, and he was on it. Other than that, the rest of it was me. So
Hmm.
this go around, I decided to pull like a Queens of the Stone Age thing and have all my friends play on it.
Nice.
So I got John Lancaster. He's in Forum Mono. If you haven't heard that band, oh my God.
I don't think that
It's
I
one,
have.
dude, they are one, like, it is incredible. It's like if, it's like if Peter Gabriel and, uh, uh, what's that band? Faith No More.
Hmm.
It's like if those two had a band together.
Okay.
It's insane. It's like it's one of the, and they're heavy. They're super good. And he was also in a band called Chum years ago. And then my buddy Dustin from Them Fixes, he was also in a band called Clover Club. He's on a tune with me. The By Gods Are Back. They did one of the songs. I released that as a single,
Hmm.
and the one with John as a single. And then uh who else? My buddy Stephen Barton, he's in Modern Witchcraft. All those dudes, they did a song with me. I've been a huge fan of Steven's stuff for a long time. He was in bands called like Close the Hatch. I don't know if you remember them.
I don't think so.
um and then let's see who else. uh there's a band called Worker that was kind of short-lived in Nashville, and they were like a post-hardcore kind of band. But I played in bands with the drummer and the guitar player Brandon and James, and they played on the song with me, kind of reminiscent. It's kind of got like a Helmet vibe.
Hmm.
Helmet meets like Bark Market. And so like I was trying to have all these friends come in and play all these tunes, and like kind of like the way that Queens of the Stone Age were like, hey, if we wrote a record where like we were every band on the radio, this is what it would sound like. So I did it like, here's what it would sound like if I was in a band with all my friends.
Yeah,
And
sure.
so each
Okay.
song is kind of a little bit different stylized. I tried to keep it as close to how I normally do things. But there's a few left turns I think that people will enjoy, because I'm sure like, but I mean, with most stoner rock or any of that kind of stuff, I would imagine that most people probably get pretty bored of the same sounding 7-minute song
I don't know. You'd be surprised.
by
I think
by the third
people
or
would be.
fourth time. I don't know.
Yeah.
And again, like I'm a pop guy, right? So
Yeah.
like I've always written kind of more like 3.5 minute, 4 minute tunes
Yeah.
that are basically like really heavy pop songs. So,
Hmm. I've
you
always
know,
liked that about your stuff, though. I mean, it's you can call it pop or whatever, but kind of this mix of grunge and Queens of Stone Age and stoner and all this kind of stuff, and it all kind of comes together really nicely. And I've always just wanted to follow all your stuff because of that. So
thank you, man. I appreciate it. I honestly like, I started off trying to get into more of like a doom stoner rock thing. And I think just by happenstance, I just was like, well, it doesn't really matter what I do. I'll just write whatever I want to write. And
mhm.
if people like that, that's cool. And then what's cool now is like if I decide I want to like departure into something different, like everybody will just be like, oh, that's just what he does. He just writes a record and puts it out, and hopefully people like it.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a Queens of Stone Age type of mentality too. Is like we don't want to get pigeonholed into any one thing, so we just keep trying to change it up all the time and just
Yeah.
being sincere, being genuine about it, and then if people like it, they like it. Which is
I'll
cool.
always try and like make it pretty heavy, at least have like the majority of it be pretty heavy, just because that's the music I like.
Yeah. But
I'm
while
not
I've
trying
got you
to.
here, sorry, go ahead.
No, no, I was just saying like it's not because like I'm trying to stay in a lane or anything. Like I just like
Mhm.
really heavy music
Yeah.
most of the time.
While you're here, do you want to plug your other project that I just kind of become aware of a few days ago?
Doom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So me and the By Gods, they have me playing drums on a new project that George, he's my producer. He produced White Witch, and he produced Empress. He decided like, hey, me and Natalie, his wife, and also the bass player for the By Gods, hey, we want to do something kind of like more in the like weird avant-garde kind of stoner doom kind of thing. And uh just like goofing around, I just kind of said, I'm like, we should call the band Doom and spell it Duum and put umlauts over the U's.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh, dude, that's actually pretty sick. And I looked it up, and I just went to like Google Translate to see what it actually meant. And like, I guess in Scandinavian or Norwegian, it means dumb. So it's kind of perfect. I don't know.
I love it. Yeah. Well, I
uh,
listened to the one track I think that's out, that's available, and I'm liking. I'm interested to see where all that goes too. So
yeah, I mean, that's gonna get pretty weird. Like, it's gonna be more like there's gonna be a lot of samples of like talking and like a lot of weird ambient stuff.
mm-hmm.
It's just something that George wanted to do, and we're trying to put out like we're probably not going to put out a record for that stuff. We're probably just going to put a new song out like every month or every couple weeks. Like,
Cool.
try and put out as much as we possibly can.
Yeah.
Just to do it, because we record everything at George's house, and it's really easy just to come over there, work on a song, turn it out, and it's done.
Sure.
Not put too much thought in it, because sometimes I think that's why it took me so long to do this record. I got way too in my head when I
Yeah.
should have just like moved forward and put it out.
Sure.
And I
Yeah.
think too many bands get caught up in that. I certainly do, because I'm a musician. I I've tried to separate myself from being like an artist, because I think that's lame. I think music is like a trade, and this is what the song is. You go in and execute it. If you write a rock song, there's a template. Now you can put your little flavors on it, but there's only so many chords and so many melodies you can sing. So
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, some people just do it better than others, and that's as good as a trade as it can be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
All right. Everybody go check out Empress Halloween. It'll be out by the time this is out. You got any dates or anything else you want to tell anybody about?
I don't have any dates. I do have some. If you pre-order the record or even buy it, if you buy the record on Bandcamp, you'll get 2 bonus tracks. By the time this comes out, people will know what they are. But I did a cover of "Blow Up the Outside World" by Soundgarden, ironically, and I did an acoustic version of a song from White Witch called "Drown," and I did a full acoustic version of that, kind of like Zach Wild Book of Shadows kind of thing.
Okay.
So it's still rocking, but it's completely acoustic, and that's pretty cool.
Nice.
And I am looking at, now that I've got my new drummer Trent. I'm gonna start trying to book a few shows here and there. I'm not a famous musician, so I have to like take off work and stuff.
Yeah.
So, we'll see what happens. But I'm going to try and play at least, I think I'm going to try and play at least 3 shows this year, in 2025 for sure.
Right on.
And I'll see if I can do more than that, but we'll see.
Very cool. Well, thank you for your time, man. I hope everyone goes and checks out this record, because I'm a big fan. I hope everyone else enjoys it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you letting me get on here and ramble. I really do.
Right on. Later, man.
See ya.